when you're using these guys, you can actually use them really well. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're doing a brand new hero breakdown on Caedmon costume. He's got 670 on his attack, 664 on his defense, and 1236 on his health. Statistically, the attack power is pretty decent from 4-star, and I'm liking the defense and the health total about average on what he's got. He is running at fast speed. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. If you want a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do, hit the link in the description. If you're a new player, you get a 1-day XP boost, 3 Raid Flasks, 1 Ancient Shard, 1 Void Champion Bullrook, and 50 gems. All your treasure, it's waiting for you right over here. He is a classic costume hero, which means he gives you a bonus. You get an attack bonus of 5%, defensive bonus of 5%, health bonus of 10%, and a mana bonus of 5%. So what that means is if you have the costume, you want to make sure you level up the costume all the way up, because both the costume and the regular version get those bonuses. So if you only intend on using one, you still want to level up the costume version to get the extra bonuses. As far as his hero special goes, he deals 345% damage to the target. He dispels status ailments from all allies. So essentially, he's the exact opposite of the regular version. Whereas they dispel all status effects on the enemies, he's going to dispel all ailments on your allies. So when you're using these guys, you can actually use them really well. It's incredibly important that if you do get Caedmon, you get double of them, and you do get the costume, you want to level up the costume, have a costume version all set up, and then you want to level up a regular version, have the regular version all set up, because you can use them together in conjunction with each other, using both the costume and the regular version, but you have to level up 2 separate Caedmons. One gets the costume, one's the regular. So I personally use them both, and I really appreciate them. He is running on the fighter emblems. I believe his regular version is a druid, so what that means is if you level up the druid emblems, when you convert it over the costume, he's now got the fighter emblems, which is pretty amazing, having the ability to have fighter to where he revives, comes back from the dead, and then you can dispel all buffs if he's got everything going on. So I do like that a lot. If you are planning on throwing emblems on him, I would say probably the standard attack, defense, health is going to be your order of prioritization. Given that he's already pretty balanced, you're going to use him pretty balanced himself, because he is also dealing a decent amount of damage. He's keeping your guys alive by removing any ailments applied to them, but you also want him to kind of stay alive too. So just that balanced version, prioritization of attack, defense, and then health. When we look at his Titan grade, he is going to get a B grade on the Titans. He doesn't really help out too much in terms of what he does on the Titan at all. Just setting himself up to where he's going to be dispelling status ailments. I don't know if that's the best thing for him, just being that you could just use an antidote instead. I think that there's a whole lot better heroes that you could be using, but maybe he fits into the high tile damage slot if you have a bunch of emblems on him. When we look at his offensive grade, he is going to get an A- on offense. I could definitely see him being used to where he will take it so that anything negative that's about going up against you, you can just cleanse all of that. Plus, he's running at fast speed, so he really helps out battling against the likes of either like Gravemaker or even Teleria if Teleria's gone off, and then definitely like Bila, being able to just remove anything negative that's on your guys. So he's going to get an A- grade there. When we look at his defensive grade though, he is going to get a C as far as the tank grade goes. I don't really like him at all, being that he only deals damage to a single target, and him being able to dispel the status ailments from all allies is not really going to be that effective. I don't really see it happening being a good customary thing with him, just because you can plan around it. You don't have to apply any negative side effects to him, and you can probably take it a little bit, not to mention that the damage is just to a random target. Not really good in the tank position. When we look at his flank grade, he's going to get the same grade there, being that he's just kind of dealing damage to a single target. not going to help out too much and kind of playing around a little bit. You don't have to really worry about that too much. In the wing grade, I could see that he has some usage there. That's why he's going to get a B grade as far as the wing, being able to set it up so he's running at fast speed. And by that point, they're probably not planning around Caedmon costume, and there probably is some negative side effects that are going on your team. So you could potentially maybe use them. So that way you could utilize the whole dispelling factor. So he's going to get a B grade there. So when we look at his overall defensive grade, he is going to get a B minus, being that he can be used just slightly in being in the wing, but he's not really going to be that effective as far as a tank or in the flank position. When we look at his weekly raid grade, he is going to get a B on rush attack, just being that he sets himself up to where he's running at fast speed. Now he's running at very fast speed. Being able to dispel the status ailments, I guess, is kind of nice, but I think that there's a lot better heroes that are already out there. That's why he's going to get a B grade. And when we look at his buff grade, he is going to get an A as far as the buff grade goes, being that he removes all status ailments against you. Definitely helps out, being that he's at fast speed. If they are trying to apply pressure and put negative side effects on your guys, you can dispel all of that. And then when we look at his bloody battle grade, he is going to get a B plus grade there, setting himself up to where he can just deal damage. It's a decent amount of damage at 345% to the target. And then you could also dispel any ailments that you have against you. So if you have like a dot or anything like that that could be dealing a lot of damage, you can dispel it. But I do like that he is running at fast speed, he's dealing damage. So he is going to get an overall grade of a B+. I could see him being used. I like him very much in conjunction with his regular version. So let me know in the comments, did I get this right? Did I get this wrong? Thanks so much for watching this content. Please make sure you subscribe, you turn those notifications on, and I'll see you on the next one.